You can't say retarded anymore. It was just here, don't you remember? Retarded, it's gone. People get very upset. I don't really support the arguments against it. Like when people are like, you shouldn't say it. And you're like, why? They're like, what if there's one over there? And you're like, we never said it like that. We were never like, look at that guy. You didn't say it like that. You said it to describe an idea or a situation, you know? Like if your friend was like, I'll pick you up at your house, and then we'll come back to my place, and then later we can go back to your house, and we can get your bags, and then we'll come back over here after that. And you're like, well, that's retarded. Why the fuck would we do that? But now you can't say that. Now you gotta be like, that's not smart. Your idea has an extra 21st chromosome, if you ask me. It's not the same. You can't say that's gay. Damn. I used to abuse that expression, I'm not gonna lie. And never for anything remotely sexual. You know, I just would say it all the time. Like if you were like, I'll have a water, no ice, I'd be like, that's gay, you know? Why do you have so many balloons? That's gay. Shit like that. You can't say it anymore. Now, to be clear, you can say that's gay, but it has to be for something overtly gay. Like it has to be 10 guys standing in a line. Each of them has their dick in the ass of the guy in front of them, and they're marching and they're going, I want the cum. Give me the cum. I want the cum. And then you can go, that's gay. And even then, they're like, take it easy. And you're like, all right, Jesus. You can't say midget? God damn it. I never thought we'd lose that one. Can't say it. People get very upset. I never said it to be cruel, and let's be honest, it was perfectly acceptable for years. The best part about the word midget before it became offensive is that it's specific. You know exactly what someone's talking about when they say it. That's what was great about it. You could be like, oh, I was at the zoo today and I saw a midget. And you'd be like, oh, did they feed him to the lions? Like, what happened next, you know? But now, I can't say that. Now I gotta be like, I saw a little person. And you're like, was it a child or? I'm like, no, under 4'11" with the hands. Oh, okay. Now you know what I'm saying. So, you might be sitting in your seat now going like, well, Tom, what can we still civilizing enough? Why isn't change my diaper part of the lexicon? It should be the ultimate insult. It should be like, fuck you, why don't you fuck your mother, why don't you change my diaper, game over. I'm serious. Rappers should wear them in videos and be like, change my diaper, bitch. The president of another country should tell ours, change my diaper, orange man. And listen, if you're a parent, you know exactly why that insult is so appealing. If you're not, let me key you in on a little secret. There's a reason your asshole is the only part of your body you can't physically see. It's a fucking horror show, okay? When you have a little one, you have a front row seat for years. And my son shits with his eyes. Most aren't. We know those ones, you know? Like if there's a 10K or a quilt, it's pretty bad. But the rest are up for debate. And if you're sitting here and you're like, well, when is it ever funny? Well, luckily for you, I have 3 examples. First, foreign accent syndrome. Some of you know about it, some of you don't. It's real. You can look it up on your way out of here. Some people experience head trauma. Not funny. But they wake up speaking their native language with a foreign accent. Very funny. I defy you to watch interviews with these people and not piss yourself laughing. Do you understand? Like a farmer in Alabama who's normally like, boop, that guy hits his head and is now like, the tractor trailer, it fell. A la mer. That's not funny to you, you piece of shit? Really? The best case ever of foreign accent syndrome happened in the UK. Well, not only was it a British woman who lived her entire life in the UK, she'd never left the town she was born in for 33 years. She was in an accident, and she woke up speaking English, but with a Chinese foreign accent. Did you hear what I just fucking said? Do you now believe in God and his awesome sense of humor? A British lady who her whole life was like, hello, it's a bit of a whiffle, isn't it? Like that. Now says, I have not had my conversation voiced in over 3 years now. First of all, do you know how hard it is to do that impression without squinting? Secondly, if you're getting uncomfortable, like, whoa, he's mocking an Asian accent? No, she's white. This is fine. A white British lady just happens to say, would you like a cup of tea? Tastes good? You want milk? You want biscuit? Oh, good. You want me to suck the dick now? I don't know, whatever. She's a nice British lady. She can say whatever she wants. Now, if you're sitting in your seat right now and you're like, I don't think it's funny. Well, don't get your tits in a tussle. I got 2 more for you. So, what about persistent genital arousal disorder? That is a fancy way of saying never not coming. These are people that have orgasms every 90 seconds, and they can't have jobs. Why can't they have jobs, Tom? Because they're coming all the time. It's not appropriate for you to be like, can I try on this shirt? And the guy's like, ugh. Fuck your shirt. I'm gonna wear my old shit. I'm not wearing your fucking shirt. Can you imagine? You're like, oh, we're out of orange juice? Or, you're like, oh, just bring water. That's too much sugar. I don't want any more of that. Some people suffer from both of those afflictions. You know that? It's rare, but it happens. Can you imagine that? That like you just walk up to someone, you're like, oh, I'm sorry to hear about your dad passing away. And he's like, that feels good. I made that one up. That's not true. But that was cheap, but that was fun. Now, if you're still like, for my eyes? And he goes, you should do it. I go, I'm not even 40. And he goes, try it. I'm like, try it? Like a sorbet? Just see if I'm into this flavor? And he's like, yeah. I go, all right, you're my doctor, so okay. So I'm naked, I'm in the fetal position. He lubes up. It is a ton of lube. I didn't know that. I was like, oh, that's why I've never had success with this before. And he goes, you're gonna feel a little bit of pressure, and that is my cock. It's my finger, like that. It's moderately funny. But if someone's finger is going in your ass as they say that, you're laughing. I promise you're laughing. Just out of appreciation, you know, you're like, you said, that's crazy. And then he checks, rather aggressively, I would add. And he goes, you feel all right? And I go, okay. And he goes, hey, if you want a second opinion, I could put another finger in there. So I go, get it out. And he goes, well, stop laughing. every time you laugh, you're clamping on me. I can't get my finger out until you stop laughing. And I go, get it the fuck out, now. And then I sit up, I go, did you just give me a prostate exam so you could run those 2 lame-ass jokes by me? And he goes, yes, I did. And I said, it was really funny, actually. Then he tested my vision. He washed his hands, he tested my vision,